We shouldn't worry or stress about what may or may not happen, but we do need to be aware that there may come a day when we are unable to perform on the level we want to be at. So what do we do when our passion gets taken away? Hey winner, I'm Gabe Cox of Red Hot Mindset, and I'm glad you're here. My mission is to help you overcome your mental barriers in the race of life, and I post new videos every Wednesday about success mindset, dreaming huge, and crushing goals. I'm 9 months into recovery from ankle surgery, and the journey has been anything but easy. However, I have learned many lessons along the way. None of us are guaranteed another day, and no one is immune to injury. We shouldn't worry or stress about what may or may not happen, but we do need to be aware that there may come a day when we are unable to perform on the level we want to be at. So what do we do when our passion gets taken away? I don't believe I've hit my peak in running just yet. I ran the Boston Marathon in 2016 and thought I was near my peak then. However, last fall I trained for another Boston Marathon bid and a personal best. I ran the St. George Marathon in Utah and I crushed my personal best by 12 minutes. That's almost 30 seconds faster per mile. If I am capable of that, I still don't believe I've peaked. I was already contemplating my next race and next huge goal, but then it happened. I was on a leisurely run with one of my running buddies mid-December. The weather had been abnormally warm, so we hadn't been thinking ice. I truly despise the treadmill, or the dreadmill. So a little snowfall couldn't keep us from getting in an outdoor run. But the light snow covering did keep us from seeing the hidden ice that lay below our feet. It had cooled just enough the night before that the puddles on the trails cooled and iced over, and the light snow on the ground sneakily covered the danger below. When I went down, it wasn't pretty. It was fast and painful, and I knew right then that my running days were being ripped away from me. Granted, I'm thankful that it's temporary, but even so, it tore me apart inside. Running was everything to me. It calmed me on stressful days. It was where I reflected on life. My goals and disciplines stemmed from my training. Even my business is running focused at its core. When the doctor let me in on the news that not only was my ankle broken, but I tore at least one ligament, and my ankle was completely out of alignment, I fell apart. He said it would be 6 months post-surgery before I could even attempt to run again. And at that time, it would be a very slow process getting back to where I once was. It was like something was trying to take away my passion for running. I no longer could do what I love to do. However, through this process of recovery, I've learned a few things. Anything can become an idol or an addiction in your life if you let it consume you. It's important to evaluate our passions and see if any have become idols or addictions in our lives. Does anything in your life take you off focus? If it were taken away, would your whole world collapse? If so, it means you're in danger of creating an idol for yourself. It could be your work, a hobby, your spouse, or even your kids. I don't believe running was an idol in my life, but I have to admit the runner's high is slightly addicting. We cannot take anything for granted. All that we have, we may not have tomorrow. There are no guarantees. Sometimes I took running for granted and I forgot to appreciate that I was able to continue the activity I love. I, for one, have things so good. I live in a great country, I have an amazing family, and I have a wonderful home and great friends. I took my health for granted, but I won't any longer. When I step out on that pavement and run now, I'm so incredibly thankful for the opportunity to grow my passion again. We need to find other areas of interest and be well-rounded. Though injury is never easy, it is more doable when you can take your mind off it and pursue other things. If running were my everything, I would have easily sunk into a depressive state and isolated myself from the world. Develop a few hobbies or interests. You don't have all your eggs in one basket. I'm thankful I was able to focus on my writing through my recovery. It was a nice outlet for me that I could use to heal. And lastly, we need to find joy in our journey. Life is never going to be easy. There will be ups and downs, highs and lows, but if we have joy, we can much better deal with the tests life brings our way. Happiness is external, but joy flows from out of our hearts. Joy doesn't mean we don't get frustrated or have bad days, but joy gives us hope for tomorrow and throughout our injury. Today's quote comes from Irish mixed martial artist
Conor McGregor.
And he says, "An injury is not just the process of recovery, it's a process of discovery." We aren't guaranteed that our passions won't be taken away, but we can find joy no matter what. Don't let your passions become an idol in your life. Don't take them for granted. Develop other areas of interest and find joy in the journey. It doesn't cure the injury, but it does create a positive environment during recovery. Through my recovery, I was able to finish my first book. Writing is one of the things I turned to when I couldn't run. Mind Over Marathon, Overcoming Mental Barriers in the Race of Life is on pre-sale now. It is about discovering your dreams and taking them from inception to a flourishing finish. If you're looking to ignite passion and purpose in your life, clarify your unique game plan, and build confidence in who you are, this book will take you there. I will link the book in the description below. If you like today's mindset, give it a thumbs up, which will let me know to build more content like this in the future. Don't forget to light up that subscribe button and share with others who may enjoy this mindset. Next week, I'm taking you into the backstory of writing my first book, so make sure to hit the bell so you don't miss it. And remember, you are a winner, just run your race.
Conor McGregor. You gotta say it with a
I don't say things in Irish. Conor McGregor. I can't.
Conor McGregor.
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
I'll put my voice over there. Conor McGregor.
Okay, there you go. Do it.